I just feel like social media has been turned into this tool to stunt on people, and I just don't care. And also like the pressure of like what's gonna get likes and what's not, and it's like that stuff shouldn't matter at all. Welcome back to my channel. It's Janine Patrice, and I am going to do a little update on my social media break for 2020. During Vlogmas, I was like, I'm gonna quit social media in 2020, and today when I'm filming this, it's May 1st, and I am here to report that I am still off of social media. I don't really recall how long I said I was going to be off of social media, but I believe I said maybe like three to 6 months about. So January 1st, I cut off social media. I deactivated my Facebook, my personal Facebook page. I deactivated my Instagram, and I don't really use Twitter like that, but I deactivated it for a little bit. So far, it's been completely good for the most part. January 1st, I cut it out. So it's been February, March, April, May. It's been 4 months now exactly that I have been off of social media. And it's kind of crazy. I just feel like a lot of big things have happened while I've been on this break, and it's a little weird to not be able to, I don't know, sort of check in on social media just to see everybody's thoughts. But at the same time, it's like a calm, quiet zone, if that makes sense. So being off social media during a weird time like this is kind of bizarre, and a lot of people are like, well, do you not feel connected to others, and like, are you keeping up with your friends? And let me tell you, nothing has changed at all when it comes to everybody who I'm very close with in my life. So people who I normally would talk to on a daily basis, I'm still talking to on a daily basis. I keep in touch with my family, my very close friends. We're always video chatting each other and keeping in touch that way and making sure everybody's good during this time. So I don't feel disconnected as much. And I've been hearing that there's like a lot of exciting things going on in social media right now. Like, you know, celebs are giving like concerts on their Instagram pages, or just like a lot of content is being poured into social media right now because a lot of people are not out living their daily lives. I mean, you shouldn't be. We should all be at home. So I have been noticing that I am kind of missing out on those things, but at the same time, I'm not too concerned with it. So in this video, I just kind of wanted to talk about my feelings with being off social media for 4 months, and also just what I want to do in the future as far as that goes. So yeah, let's get into it. The first thing that I have noticed with being off of social media for 4 months is that I am kind of at peace with the amount of communication that I'm getting and the amount of information that I'm bringing into my life. I feel like I've really controlled that ever since cutting out social media, to the point where I cut out certain news sources, or I only want to seek things with intention. And so I'm only seeking out news if I want to know about something. So once all of this COVID-19 happened, I kind of got burned out on news, and hearing about it was just, you know, sad and stressful and giving me anxiety. So I cut off my news notifications that I would normally get. I get local news notifications, and it was just talking about it, and I don't know, I had to take a break from that as well. So it's just kind of made me more calm as far as not having so much news in my face all the time, not going over things that might make me upset or mad. Honestly, sometimes if you're in a bad mood and you cut out social media, you realize that social media is kind of like the source of your bad mood. And I know not everybody's gonna feel the same way about this, but I just feel like so much more at peace and calm about it. Not having to like feel like I have to keep up with anything, not having to feel like, you know, not consuming too much of people's lives who I don't really talk to on a normal basis. Is actually really relaxing and rewarding in a way. Since I'm not really scrolling through and looking at other people's lives, I'm more so focused on my life. It was like that in the first 2 months, the most recent 2 months, March and April, when we're at home anyway. It's like, oh, I'm really focused on myself more so now because I'm at home all the time and I'm not like out and about, you know, socializing or, you know, doing whatever I would do. I don't even remember what I would do. It's like I cut out all the noise of social media only to be met with more noise being eliminated due to the quarantine and being at home all the time. So this has been just like a huge reflection period with quarantine and also cutting out social media. So I really have a lot of time to just reflect on myself. And you know, that's another thing, is just I have so much time to reflect on my life, things that I want to do in general. And having that perspective is kind of refreshing, especially for someone who's at my point in my life where I'm in my, you know, later 20s, and it just gives me more perspective into like what is to come. What do I want to accomplish now? What can I focus on now so I can be a better person before I hit 30 in 2 years? And cutting out all the noise of everything else and what everybody else is doing has kind of allowed me to blossom as my own person in a way. So as far as FOMO and fear of missing out, I actually don't have FOMO at all. I don't have any sort of fear of missing out of anything, because I feel like anything that I'm supposed to know about or anything that I might want to participate in, I feel like the information will be presented to me in some sort of way. I still have, all of my friends are still on social media. Everybody that I know is on social media. I don't know anybody else besides me that's on a social media break right now. And people share things. If they find it funny, if they find it entertaining, if they find it, you know, shocking, people will always share things. And so I don't have to like go and scroll for hours at a time for no reason, because I know that I have friends that are gonna probably send me stuff that I find interesting anyway. So I feel as though I haven't really missed out on anything at all. I feel like the people around me keep me informed, and it's kind of like a good filtration system, because I feel like they know what I am interested in, they know what I would find amusing. I feel like they are kind of like my filtration system. So it's not like the world is coming at me, it's just certain things, certain messages, certain things are coming at me through people who feel like I would enjoy a certain aspect of something. So it's just much more toned down, and I like it. And I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything at all, because I have everybody else filtering that information in for me. So that's kind of cool. I do realize I have to like make it clear or known, or I have to say certain things. Like if people were to ask me about like, oh, what's going on with such and such? And I'm just like, I have no idea. I'm not on social media. I feel like I find myself saying that a lot, which is fine, I suppose. I don't really care either way as to like, you know, what I'm seeing and what I'm not. And I think that got easier over time. I feel like the first couple of weeks, it was tough, because for some reason January was like really rocky, and I found out like a whole bunch of shocking news, bad news about Kobe, and then I knew someone who I went to college with passed away, and I kind of felt like I am missing out on these things, and I don't know how people are feeling and if I need to comfort anybody or what's going on. So I did turn the world back on at certain points, just to like, you know, see how people were doing, and then, you know, kind of turned it back off. So it was kind of weird that the first couple of weeks or so of my social media break was actually a storm. It was like a lot of different things were happening, and I was just like, what? Like, of course, like when I cut something out, it's like these huge things are going on, and it's just kind of ironic that way. But I stayed the course, and I'm still off of it, and part of me feels anxious to go back. So as far as like when do I want to go back to social media and using my regular pages on a regular basis, I'm actually not quite sure. It kind of gives me a little bit of anxiety to open up my pages back again, just because I've been enjoying this time to myself and enjoying my life for myself, and not having the pressure of I should share this on social media, or, you know, I should do this, that, or the other. And it gave me a huge perspective as to what social media means to me and what it means to the world, and how people are actually using it. Because how you use social media is basically the main driver of how it makes you feel. So if you feel like you need to like show off some things, or like, you know, brag, you know, do a little humble bragging about your lifestyle or your life in general. I just feel like social media has been turned into this tool to stunt on people, and I just don't care. I don't care to stunt on people, and I just don't want to feed into that energy, because it's kind of toxic. It's toxic to see people trying to put others down and to boost themselves up, or to just boost themselves up in general because they want to seem like they're on some sort of playing field that nobody else can touch. Like, it's kind of sad, but it's just, it seems like it's been used as a tool to sort of stunt on others and make yourself look more put together than what you actually are. And I know a lot of people are like, well, you can't just believe everything you see on social media. And it's like, okay, cool, but it's still something that I'm seeing on social media. So I'm gonna have an opinion about it. I'm gonna like think about it in some sort of way. So it's kind of hard to block that out. But lately I have been thinking about social media as more than just like this is what's going on in my life now. It can be used in an encouraging way. It can be used in a way that is positive and supports others, or, you know, just gets across a funny message. It doesn't have to always be about my life or the things I kind of think should be private, but I'm not sure if they should be private because everybody's sharing these things on social media. And I feel like I kind of had that war in my mind of like, what should I share, what shouldn't I? And also like the pressure of like what's gonna get likes and what's not. And it's like, that stuff shouldn't matter at all. So moving forward, it is 4 months into this no social media thing. I honestly feel like it's nothing to go 2 more months without social media, so I might do a solid 6 months of like half the year. Wow, it's already May. I wouldn't be surprised if I went half the year without any type of social media platform. So yeah, I'm just kind of thinking about it, and I say that I'm probably going to go back on social media between now and the 6-month mark, just because I do kind of miss interacting with people on those platforms. And it's not like I'm a hater on social media. I think that it can be used in many beautiful and really intriguing ways. And I also work with social media on a daily basis. My job is solely based around social media marketing, and you know, all those outlets are my daily life in general. It's just used in a business aspect, but I kind of do miss the personal side of stuff, of like sharing things and seeing people's moments in life. And I don't know, it's not all bad. And I don't want anybody to like see this video and think she's just insecure and she hates social media. It's like, it's not like that at all. I just wanted to step away from stuff that takes up a lot of our time. If you don't realize it, well, you can look up your screen time on your iPhone and you can literally see how much time you're spending in each app that you have, how much time you're spending on your phone in general. Screen time is crazy. And it's probably even crazier now that we're in quarantine, because like, what else are we looking at? As far as time, I feel like I do spend a lot of time on my phone in general because I am in quarantine just like everybody else is. So I watch YouTube on my phone. I house party with my friends on my phone. I want to get back into reading more again. And I also want to just work on, you know, other creative outlets besides YouTube and all this other stuff. We'll see. I've also been like cooking more and looking up recipes, which is crazy because I don't even like to cook. Like, if you know me, you know I don't like to cook. And lately I have been like coming up with a few recipes, and with some help in the kitchen, it's like it has become like a little bit more intriguing to me, where I feel more rewarded when I make something good. But overall, I still don't like to cook, but it is something that I've been looking into more. The future is unknown, but so far I'm good on my social media break. I always encourage people to take, you know, some time away from social media. I have a lot of friends that will take, you know, short breaks here or there where they're like, I'm off of it for the weekend, I'm off of it for a week, and that's good enough for them. This 4-month stint of not being on social media is the longest time I have not been on social media. When I tell you that my breaks used to be like maybe a month or 2 max, I don't even think I got to 2 months without social media. So this has been the longest time, and I'm telling you, the longer that you stay off social media, the less likely you are to want to get on again, just because you're kind of enjoying life without it, that it kind of creates, at least for me, it's created a little bit of anxiety just trying to think of like being back on a platform again where people might be knowing on what's going on in my life. I kind of like being a mystery, and I kind of like having only a few people knowing what's going on in my life. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of cool that people don't really know what I'm up to. Not that I think that anybody is thinking about it. Some people probably don't even notice I'm off. And let's be real, like we don't really know like when people are going on breaks. And some people announce it or whatever and they'll be like, I'm out. I didn't even announce it. I was just like, I'm just gonna deactivate my page. And if anybody's ever curious, they can always text me. People who are curious who actually know me can text me, which is, I'm good with that. I hope you guys enjoyed this little social media break update for 2020. It's definitely interesting times out here, and it's interesting to be on a social media break during quarantine. But like I said, I just feel like I don't have that much FOMO because I get a lot of information from my friends anyway. So yeah, that's all I got to say about that. If I update any more, you guys will know. You guys should let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know how long your longest social media break was, if you're thinking about taking one anytime soon, or any update of if you are on your break currently. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content. I will see you guys in the next upload. Bye.